Morning everyone, it's Jan, Not a Real Farm. So yesterday we had some crazy weather. There was a tornado spotted actually just north of the city last night. It was windy, it was rainy, lots of cumulus clouds. This has been one crazy summer for weather. This morning I'm in a fall jacket. Tomorrow I'll be in a t-shirt because we're going back up into the high 90s. Check out this sky. So I'm just on my way down to the greenhouse to check everything, open the door. This storm system is actually moving out. But guys, I don't even know what to say about the weather this year. I'm going from wearing jackets to sweaters, and then back down into t-shirts daily. It's like the weather doesn't know what to do. It's unbelievable. Piece of corn. It's completely leaning away from the stalk, and this looks nice and brown. I gotta look at this and see if this is done. I believe this piece of corn is done. Now, it doesn't quite look like it's ready at the top, but guys, I think this piece of corn is ready because when I pierce this with my nail, it's given me... With corn, it's a little tricky because if you pinch it with your nail and you get sort of that clear liquid, it's not totally ready. But if it's kind of milky, but you can still see through it, then it's ready. But you can see, Not a Real Farm has corn today, guys. So this is excellent. It's a bicolored corn. It's not very big. And the only reason I checked it was because the silks on the bottom here, I'm just put them around my fingers, were actually dried on the top. And when I pierce this now with my fingernail, you can see the difference in the yellow and the white. It gives me that perfect liquid that you should see when it comes out. Let's see if I don't know if it'll show up on camera. Let's see. So the liquid, see how the liquid is somewhat milky, but, I'll move closer. Milky but clear. That's what you're looking for. Okay, so I got my first piece of corn at Not a Real Farm. Woohoo! So there, I've taken off the outer husk there. If I had left this on any longer, it probably wouldn't have tasted very good, but the kernels on this, I just stole a kernel off of it. Tastes amazing. So there we go. Last year, I did not have any success with corn inside a greenhouse. This year, I have success with growing sort of a bicolored corn in the greenhouse. Now, I know some of you probably say, well, it could be a little bit bigger, but at the same time, this was just an experiment, and I think it's a successful experiment because corn is wind pollinated, and it's very hard to get corn pollinated in a greenhouse. But this year, I was able to do it. So I'm going to see if there's any more corn. And maybe Not a Real Farm will have corn tonight with their dinner. Woohoo! So it looks like we may have another piece here. You take a look. What I'm looking for when I'm looking for corn is I'm looking for the top of the silk to be browned. Normally, I'd also look for it to be pushed away from, usually it'll lean away from the stalk. This one isn't doing that, but this is dried down into a lovely brown. So I'm just gonna see if I can pull this off. And it may not be leaning just because there's so many plants in here. So let's take this off and see what we have. Okay, so here's our second piece of corn. The light is terrible, I know, because it's early morning. But what you're looking for when you're looking for corn is usually it's kind of up on the stalk, straight when it's not ready, and then it kind of leans away from the stalk. But the secondary thing that you're looking for is you're looking for the tops of the silks to be dried down. Now, this is dried down. It's not a big piece of corn, but we're going to open it up and see what we get. Oh, it's ready. Woohoo! Look at this, guys. Look at the color of the cob. Okay, so the kernels, like I said, are a bicolor. See if you can see that with all the light is behind me, unfortunately. We've got a yellow and white. Okay, and the third sign I'm looking for that it's done is you're looking for the color of, I just call it the, I guess it's kind of like milk. So you're looking for it to be that white but clear liquid. If it's super clear, like water, it's not ready. If it's milky but still see-through, then it's ready. So Not a Real Farm, we have 2 pieces of corn tonight that, hey, maybe it's steak and corn night tonight. What do you think? I think that's probably about all I have for corn that's ready, but I'll double check. But 2 successful corn grown in a greenhouse. Awesome. This one is questionable. It's still got a little bit of silk, but at the same time on the bottom it's dried. You know what? I'm going to go for it and pick it. I'm going to take it off. We're going to pick it. If it's not ready, then it's not ready. Then we'll do something else with it. But let's just take it off, pull it out, and let's see what we've got. Okay, so once again, we've got some dried down, lovely brown silks. Now, keep in mind, the corn isn't totally big. It's more slender than thick, but it is a sweet corn. Kind of excited if this one is ripe. Let's see what we got. Oh, okay. Now, I probably could have left this on for maybe a couple more days to maybe let these dry out a little bit more. They are dried at the top, but I'm still getting my nice yellow and white kernels. Let's see. Do the fingernail test. Nope, you know what? I'm still getting the nice milky sort of clear liquid. So this is going to pass for me. I'm going to put it with our collection of corn. You can see it's pretty much almost the same as the other 2. So we have successfully grown corn this year at Not a Real Farm in a greenhouse away from the animals. And somehow it's wind pollinated in here, probably because we've had the fans running a lot more. We've added a screen door, which allows the airflow to come through all the time now without actually closing the main door. And I think this is really what contributed to the success of it. The other part that I think that contributed to the success of the corn is that this year we did not have the same amount of heat in this greenhouse that we had last year. Last year in this greenhouse, the temperatures were hitting over 100 degrees every single day, all summer long. This year, they're fluctuating back and forth. Some days outside, it's 53 Fahrenheit, like this morning, whereas other days it'll be, we'll go up into the 90s. So the corn has actually had a break from having all of the heat hit it. And I think between the wind pollination, the door open, and not all the heat, I think that's the success. So guys, Not a Real Farm has 3 corn we're going to be enjoying tonight for dinner. Grow your own food. See you soon.